I'm an outdoors fanatic. I love camping, I love traveling, and I love developing and designing products. So I'm here in the Moordenaars Karoo, quite a remote area, semi-desert, arid. The Buffels River, one of the main rivers that runs through this whole area, with lots of twists and turns and riverbed access. Some beautiful camping spots. So I know a few guys around this area, and I've asked them, mind if I come onto the farms and explore, and that's what we've been doing in the last few days. Just really finding ourselves a great camp spot, got some water, got some shade, got a little cliff, plenty of wood, and you can create that real amazing ambiance and camp experience. 2 days ago we did find a beautiful spot, but as I got into it, I realized it was very, very wet and soft still. So we sank through the crust, and the Land Rover and the Sundowner bottomed out flat out on the riverbed. As luck would have it, I thought, well, no problem, I've got a winch. I pull out the winch, pulled out about 40 meters, found a nice thorn tree, wrapped the winch around the thorn tree, pulled out the switch operator, plugged it in, and guess what? It didn't work. It just was dead. What next? Don't panic, just look around, see what we got going. So I realized, well, let's start off by unhitching the Sundowner from the back of the Land Rover. So that's what we did. So unhitched it, got some flat rocks, managed to jack it up, and remember we got the skid plate on the front here, so that kind of allowed the skid plate to drop back onto the sand. Pulled up the jockey wheel out of the way so it wouldn't be damaged. Engaged the lockout pin on the coupler, so that also means that you don't use the brakes when you're pushing and pulling on the trailer, especially in these conditions. Then we deflated the tires a bit and managed to get the Land Rover out. So we got the Land Rover out, turned it around, came back at a good speed, past the Sundowner, and then from behind the Sundowner I brought the winch rope and I tied it to the front of the coupler here. Remember that the Sundowner is still on the skid plate, so it can actually slide. It's a great feature. And then I slowly pulled the nose of the Sundowner around in its spot, 180 degrees, so it was facing back the way we'd come in, allowing me then to reverse the Land Rover up and hitch it up again to the coupler, which I had locked out on the braking system. And with a good bit of pulling and pushing, my cameraman and Lilanie were on the back bumper, good solid back bumper, bouncing the back just to give the front a bit of lift. So as I pulled, it would clear and slide on the skid plate. We managed to get ourselves out of that hole and then went and found a good hard surface spot nearby, set up camp, got ourselves a good fire going, and really enjoy the camping experience. Just a little story like this shows you how much you can achieve by just planning, having the capability out of a product like the Sundowner Evolution. It's rugged enough to take it, get stuck, be winched out, get pulled out, and we just carry on. So yeah, exploring the Karoo with the Sundowner Evolution, it's been a phenomenal experience the last few days. And sitting out here again this morning is beautiful. The birds are chirping, we've had kudu, we had some small buck come through the night, and the mongoose. Just experiencing nature backed by a product, Bushwakka Africa, is phenomenal. And having the privilege to be able to actually test out the product too, myself, really just rejuvenates me and gives me that passion about going back to the drawing board and adding more value to the product. That's what I love doing, ensuring that you guys get to benefit the experience that I've picked up over the years, and ensuring that I test my products, I use my products, I camp in them, and I love it. So whatever I develop for myself kind of spills over to you guys to experience. And that's the passion that I've got in my product. The trust, the reliability, the passion, all that is such a critical part of any engineer's development, that we aren't there just on pen and paper, but we are developing products that will give you longevity and really add value to your lives.
Bushwakka offers you the opportunity to escape into the wild with your family. We have everything you need to make your trip a success. So start your adventure today and live your dreams with Bushwakka Africa.